Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bradley Hallman. This is Grayson.
Hi.
Grayson's not as fired up to be out here today as he was the other day. Why is that, Grayson?
I don't know.
He caught his PB and he's still not fired up. I don't get it. We're on another lake. This is still another public lake in Oklahoma. It's a small public lake. This thing used to be straight fire, and I haven't heard guys talk about it in probably 15 years. And we're about to see what we can do with it. I'll give you a look around. Looks like heaven, doesn't it? Water temperature 63 degrees. We're gonna catch some bass, G. You ready to get after it?
Yes.
He's ready. We are right here in central Oklahoma, just east of Paul's Valley. The lake that we are on is Longmire right here. This is a good look at it from Google Earth. Let's look at this for just a second. We put in here at the boat ramp. We're gonna fish basically the north end of this lake, down this side here, and a little bit over into here. Just want to give you guys a heads up. This lake used to be a powerhouse. Some of the things that it requires, it's got old ponds, pond dams, road beds, lots of trees left in this lake, standing timber. If you guys have never been here, it's a special little place. It's not very big. It's probably about 1,000-acre lake. It's a public city lake, I believe, of Paul's Valley. So here's a look at it on Google Earth. Just wanted to kind of give you a heads up of where we were. This is the boat ramp that we just put in at, and springtime, and we're going fishing. So I want you to try flipping. Come up here with me, and I want you to try to make the flipping motion with that Senko.
What do you mean flipping motion?
Come here and I'll show you. Like that. Come up here. Let the bait swing. Perfect. That's it. Just let go of the bottom. I just do that every time. All right, so I'm starting to already see the light. When I first showed up, I'm doing nothing but throwing a spinner bait. You can see that it's really stained water, and I'm working up to the very north end up here, right behind this pond dam that's above me. So I picked up a flipping stick. I'm starting to feel like that there's probably some fish that are starting to lock on the bed. You can't see them. It's cloudy. It's windy. Pretty typical for lots of parts of the country. So I just start flipping, and I'm not trying to flip in the center of the bushes. I'm trying to flip around the outside edges, somewhere where you can imagine that they would have a bed. You just try to use your mind and look at it like you do whenever you're actually looking at them, just places that look like that they would spawn right next to a bush or a lay down or a log. But we go a long time here, a long time without getting a bite. And when I finally do get a bite, it's kind of a funny story you'll see, but kind of out of position. But it really locks me into something, and I figure something out here. Will you get my sunglasses out of that center console?
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
I finally got a bite right when I stopped. That is crazy. Do all that flipping and then get a bite. Don't step on those glasses right there. And then get a bite when I asked for my glasses. Like, we just flipped for an hour. I'm standing right in front of the camera. Just telling you, just be aware of it. Fish number one.
Show it off, Daddy.
Show it off.
Show it off.
It's a nice 2.5 pounder. I mean, a fast fish. They're nice little chunks, aren't they? Spawners. I had a feeling after that first fish I caught, I had gone so long throwing a spinnerbait and stuff and without a bite. And then when I started flipping, and I did no bites. And then when I finally got one, I could tell that that fish was spawning. There is nothing that works better than a weightless bait when these fish are starting to log down on the bed. Even in the stained water, I have no problem at all putting on a black and blue trick stick. I rigged this one Texas style. You can obviously see there's a lot of wood and cover in the water. This is not a place that I can wacky rig. But that weightless trick stick is what is going to end up getting me bit the rest of the day. And I beg my boy, and he just doesn't have the patience. And guys, that's really the thing. If you want the bait that'll catch the most fish to go fishing this time of year, that's it. Grab you a weightless stick bait, wacky rig it, Texas rig it, put it on a jig head, however you like to do it, and just do it, and it'll pay off for you. So these are the three baits that I use the most whenever I'm wacky rigging, Texas rigging, whatever I'm doing with the trick stick. Any type of stick bait that I'm throwing. My very most favorite is a Texas rig. I'm just throwing it on a 5/0, and I'll get to do it. This is another way we've been doing it a lot with smallmouth. It's using a ball head jig. This is a baby shooting ball, which I'm not even sure if Hayabusa makes it anymore, but we do have a Brush Easy, which is basically the same thing. It's just the ball head is a little different shape. And then just a wireless, weightless wacky rig. So we'll go through both of those, and we'll look at a couple of different colors that I use quite a bit, and I'll show you. So we'll just start right here. Let's move these to the side. I'll zoom in on this. This is a 5/0. You ready? Here we go. Then you can see it real good. This is the one that I probably throw the most. And this is just in green pumpkin. I think it's green pumpkin with a chartreuse tail. So, but I zoomed in here so you can see the hook. I'm just throwing a 5/0. It's that EWG style wide gap. This worm has a little slot in it right there that allows that hook to set back in. I throw this one primarily just because I can power fish with it more. It's the one that you see me throwing in the video today. I can put it on 20-pound test line, and I can throw it around wood or anything else like that. That's even anything that's that size. It's my favorite overall go-to size and hook to use. I don't try it with a 4/0. I don't try it with 3/0. I've done it for a lot of years. 5/0 is the way to go, and weightless. And then sometimes, guys, I do throw this Texas rig too. Sometimes we're fishing it deep. Some of the canyon lakes like Amistad and places like that, we do put a little 1/8 ounce to a 1/4 ounce, all the way up to 3/8 some guys, if we're fishing them deep enough. So this thing's very, very versatile. The other one that we use, this is a really popular color. This is tilapia. This one has the O-ring impregnated in it also with the ball head. You can see exactly what I've done there. I believe that is a number 2 hook on the 1/8 ounce ball head is all that is. So that's a pretty finesse rig. This is a smallmouth killer. This is something we were using at Cherokee last year, and you'll probably see at Cherokee again. When those fish were spawning in the rocks, that was a smallmouth getter right there. And then the last but not least is the weightless wacky. This is probably the best presentation to catch fish. I'll say that. It probably gets the most bites, but it is not my favorite. It is hard to get hookup with that hook. For whatever reason, I've tried different rods, different lines. That's a 1/0. Usually I'm using a 2/0. I just didn't have any in the boat to do this film, but you get the idea of what it looks like. This is a wireless wacky hook. But for years, it's been an issue. The one thing that I know will make that better is to use a straight shank hook. But it gets hung up on every single piece of limb, wood in the water. But this bait does get bit. So I either throw it with this hook or a straight shank with no wire guard at all, just a straight shank, probably like a 1/0. And I've had probably more success with that 1/0 straight shank as far as hookups and landing fish. But it does get hung up on everything. So that kind of gives you a rundown of what I'm looking for in my stick baits. These are 3 really popular ones, and my 3 most favorite way to throw them right there. Number 4 in the boat. There's a bite. And it's a big one.
Dad brings fire in my boat.
Only got her on 14-pound test line. Come over that log. Come over that log right there.
How much do you think she weighs?
She's 4.
I got ya. Matt.
Yeah, you can answer it. Got 4-pounder now. Senko fish that's untouched.
Say hello, Daddy.
Hey, Panger. Oh, catching fish. What are you doing? Fish on. Whoa, another chunker. Another chunker. The old Senko day. This is actually a trick stick, not a Senko. You want to hold him? You ready to go? No. No. That's a big one. She ain't that big. She just thinks she's big. Catch you one like this. Another 3-pounder.
Little problem, so can you take it real quick?
You got a big problem. Well, hey guys, that's it. I hope you liked the video. As you can see, Longmire is not quite what it once was. I was actually watching a video today of 2 of my really good friends on it, Ken Cook and Ron Shaw. They filmed a show on it back in 1994. There were trees, they were everywhere. It was an amazing looking place. And they stocked that thing with Florida strain bass. And some good friends of mine caught some giants out of that thing in the late 90s. And it was really, really an awesome, awesome lake. But you don't hear much about it anymore. And it's still got some really good fish in it. No, it doesn't have the Florida strain that it used to have, but the thing that this video was really about was to teach you guys an easy way to go get a lot of bites during the spawn in the springtime. And that trick stick will do it. Doesn't matter to me what you throw, any type of stick bait, whether it's a Senko, a trick stick, or whatever Strike King calls theirs, doesn't matter to me. The main thing is how you fish it. Fire that thing out there and give it time. Go eat a sandwich, get a drink of water, do something and let it sit before you move it. So they want it really, really, really slow. It's a bait that'll catch them coast to coast. It's a bait that catches them better than anything else in the spawn and gets you more bites than any other piece of tackle bait on the market in the springtime on the spawn. No doubt about it. So give that a try. Hope it works for you guys. Until next time, I'm out of here.